If love doesn't cost you anything, it's not love. It's convenience. Let's talk about it because I'm tired. I'm tired of the false, the fake love, toxicity, the familiarity, the counterfeit love. I have learned through being in a relationship to where there was a lack of real love. I've learned what real love actually is. Love that doesn't cost you anything isn't love. It's inconvenience. Like I said, if it never challenges your pride or stretches your patience, it's not the real thing. Real love gives even when it hurts. So when I say if it never challenges your pride, there's a lot there. We could break it down, right? But what I mean is, like, if you are coming together with someone, right? You feel safe enough in the relationship to challenge each other, to call and raise each other to a higher standard, or even hold each other accountable. So that kind of comes with having the tough conversations, right? And you have to be humble to be able to receive what it is that your partner is telling you about yourself, whether that's the personality trait, the character flaw, whether that's how you're speaking to them, how you're making them feel. But if you're prideful, you're not being receptive. And therefore, you're going to have a lot of tension and problems in that relationship. And real love, right here, stretches your patience. So you have to know and come into any relationship knowing that you're going to be stretched when it comes to patience. Because just personality differences in and of themselves are going to give you multiple opportunities to practice your patience, right? And for your patience to be stretched. But if you're like a yes person and you're just saying yes to everything that they're saying, you're not being problematic, right? You're being submissive, you're just doing everything, you're not challenging them, you're not asking questions, you're just, yeah, of course, sure. But it might be something that you're not really comfortable with, or you don't want to do, or you might have an opinion on, right? But because it's more so a relationship based off of subtle manipulation, probably, or subtle fears of losing them, right? You just do everything that they say. And it might not be something that is harmful, but it could be harmful if you are not strong enough and secure in who you are, and even have a healthy relationship enough to be able to say no, because you can say no in your relationship. And that doesn't mean you're not being submissive. That just means, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. Or let's talk about how we can both, compromise in a way that is healthy for us both and doesn't make us feel like we're not making the decisions that are aligned with our heart, that are causing us anxiety. There's so many things. I can go deeper into that. But anyways, real love gives, even when it hurts. Real love gives. It's not burdened by being inconvenienced. Okay, if you're with somebody who does just not like to be inconvenienced with anything or anyone, and if they have a goal, right, if they're on assignment, if they're on a mission, or if they want to do something, or if they want you to like just say yes to everything, and the moment you say no, or you have an opinion, or you speak up about this thing, and it's like they get upset, or they call you these names, right? They hit you with these low blows. It might be subtle too. That's not love, because love gives. It's not about getting. It's not about being served, right? If you are in a relationship and you are more concerned about them serving you than you being of service, then you need to repent. You need to go back to the Lord and ask him to deal with your heart. And if you're not married yet, you definitely need to just put a pause on that and go to God and ask him to help you to get that right. Because Jesus came here to serve, not to be served, and we need to be like him. So real love gives. It's not about taking, okay? It's a healthy give and take in a healthy relationship. It's better to give than to receive. So if you're just wanting to have a husband or have a wife, but you're not wanting to be a wife or be a husband, then you need to check your motives. Point blank, period. It's not always pretty, but it's always powerful, because that's what the cross looked like too. There might be some things that you might not want to do, that you might be inconvenienced by, but it's powerful when you do that. It's powerful when you can lay your life down for someone you say that you love, and even more powerful to lay your life down for someone who is your enemy, like Jesus did for us. That's what the cross looks like. And the main reason I believe for divorces and issues in any type of relationship or marriage is pride and selfishness. Because you have two people that are coming together that should have a goal to be of service, not a mindset to be served. That's the reason for divorces, right? There's a lack of emotional intimacy, emotional safety. There's a lack of not only communication, but comprehension. Because you can communicate, but if y'all don't understand what each other is saying, that in and of itself is a problem. You got to be able to understand what's being communicated, not just communicate. So I don't think communication is really the key. It's about understanding. And when you're a person of understanding, you're a person who is empathetic. You're a humble person. You're not just listening to respond, you're actually listening to understand. And when you have somebody, or you are somebody who is listening to understand, that is love, because love is selfless. Love is not self-seeking. So you're not sitting here listening so that you can just respond or get your way, or you're not trying to be manipulative. You're not trying to just have them serve every freaking need that you have and not give anything back, right? Love goes above and beyond both ways. If you are wanting someone to go above and beyond for you, but you're not willing to go above and beyond for them, that is manipulation and pride at its finest. You need to ask God to deal with your heart. Love is sacrificial, okay? If love doesn't cost you anything, it's not love. It's convenience.